Have you ever wondered what really happens to your body when you drink a glass of water mixed with baking soda? It's not an expensive medicine. It's not some exotic superfood. It's simply a humble white powder sitting in your kitchen. But when used correctly, it can create some truly remarkable changes in your health. This isn't an old wives' tale or a baseless home remedy. It's a topic that's gaining serious attention from nutritionists, doctors, and researchers all over the world. And what makes it so special is that you can try it yourself right at home with just a few simple steps. Yes, baking soda, something you probably only use to bake cookies or deodorize the fridge. But when mixed with water and consumed the right way, it may help support digestion. It may help balance your body's pH. It may help reduce mild inflammation. And maybe even more than that. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and drink a warm glass of water with baking soda. You're not spending hundreds of dollars each month on supplements. You're simply giving your body a natural gift, a simple way to support your health from the inside out. In today's video, we're going to explore the surprising and possibly life-changing benefits of drinking baking soda water. From supporting digestion and kidney health, to relieving muscle soreness and improving your body's overall pH balance. And most importantly, we'll show you how to mix it safely, how to use it wisely, and how to match it to your unique health needs. Of course, nothing is perfect, so we'll also talk about the precautions, who should be careful, and why moderation is the key to making this work long-term. Before we begin, if you're looking for simple, natural, science-backed ways to take better care of your health, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss helpful wellness tips in the future. And tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear your story and connect with a community that cares about health in a proactive, thoughtful way. Because your journey to taking care of your body doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Sometimes it begins with just one glass of water and one spoonful of baking soda. Are you ready? Let's get started. 12 benefits of baking soda water. 1. Relieves heartburn and acid reflux. There's nothing quite as uncomfortable as that burning sensation rising from your chest to your throat after a heavy meal. That's heartburn and acid reflux, a common condition that affects millions, especially older adults. It happens when stomach acid backs up into your esophagus, the tube that carries food from your mouth to your stomach. This acid irritates the delicate lining of the esophagus, causing a burning feeling, chest discomfort, even dry coughing or hoarseness. It tends to get worse when you lie down or eat too much at once. But did you know? One of the simplest and most effective remedies might already be in your kitchen cabinet: baking soda. Baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, is naturally alkaline. When mixed with water and consumed, it acts as an acid neutralizer, helping reduce stomach acidity within minutes. The chemical reaction between sodium bicarbonate and stomach acid produces salt, water, and carbon dioxide. The result? A higher stomach pH and a noticeable reduction in that burning sensation. This isn't just an old wives' tale. A 2022 study published in BMJ Open Gastroenterology found that bicarbonate-rich mineral water reduced heartburn symptoms more effectively than a placebo. However, keep in mind, this remedy should only be used occasionally. Overuse can disrupt your body's electrolyte balance, leading to imbalances in sodium and potassium. If you find yourself needing it often, it's time to talk with a healthcare provider to explore the root cause. Still, in moments of discomfort or after a difficult meal, half a teaspoon of baking soda mixed in a glass of water can be a quick and reliable relief. 2. Supports kidney function. Your kidneys act like the body's natural filters. They remove waste, regulate blood pressure, and help maintain the acid-base balance in your blood. But in people with chronic kidney disease (CKD), the kidneys struggle to balance acid levels. This can lead to acid buildup known as metabolic acidosis, which further damages the kidneys and increases cardiovascular risks. That's where baking soda plays a special role. As a mild alkaline substance, it can help neutralize excess acid in the blood, easing the burden on the kidneys. A 2021 meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Pharmacology reviewed several clinical trials on the use of sodium bicarbonate in CKD patients. The findings? Those who took baking soda had more stable blood pH, slower disease progression, and improved vascular health. Supplementing with baking soda may help protect kidney function and reduce cardiovascular complications, a major concern for people with kidney disease. However, it's important to stress, this is not a substitute for medical treatment. Always use it under medical supervision, especially if you're on a low-sodium diet or have heart conditions. With proper guidance, baking soda can be a small but helpful part of your daily kidney care routine. 3. Helps manage urinary tract infections, UTIs. Urinary tract infections are a frustrating issue, especially for older women. Burning urination, pelvic pain, frequent urges to urinate, and sometimes even blood in the urine can seriously disrupt daily life. The bacteria behind most UTIs, such as E. coli, thrive in acidic environments. That's why altering the pH of your urine can make a big difference. Baking soda, being naturally alkaline, when dissolved in water and consumed, raises the pH of your urine, making it less hospitable for bacterial growth. This can help relieve discomfort and slow the spread of infection. A 2017 study in the International Journal of Urogynecology found that taking sodium bicarbonate for 4 weeks increased urinary pH from 5.3 to 7.2, a significant shift. Participants also reported relief from symptoms like urgency, frequency, and nighttime urination. It's important to understand that baking soda is not an antibiotic and doesn't replace standard treatment. Still, as a low-risk supplement, especially when paired with healthy habits and medical follow-up, it can be a helpful tool. If you deal with recurring UTIs, talk to your doctor about whether baking soda might be a suitable addition to your prevention strategy. 4. Improves exercise performance. Ever felt that burning sensation in your muscles after an intense workout? Or wished you could go just a little longer before feeling wiped out? That soreness often comes from lactic acid buildup, a byproduct of intense physical activity. As your muscles get overworked, the pH in your tissues drops, causing fatigue, discomfort, and reduced performance. Baking soda can help counteract this. Its alkalinity helps buffer the acid, raise muscle pH, and extend the time you can stay active before exhaustion sets in. Professional athletes have used this secret weapon for years. Now, research supports its effectiveness. A 2019 study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition showed that athletes who took sodium bicarbonate before training could perform longer and recover faster than those who didn't. Recommended doses typically range from 0.2 to 0.5 grams per kilogram of body weight, taken about 60 minutes before exercise. However, some people may experience mild stomach upset if not taken properly. The key takeaway: when used smartly and combined with a well-designed workout routine, baking soda can be a powerful ally helping you train harder, recover faster, and feel stronger. 5. Freshens breath by balancing oral pH. Bad breath isn't just a hygiene issue. It can affect your confidence, your relationships, and even how people perceive you. One of the most common causes of bad breath is an acidic environment in the mouth. Certain types of bacteria thrive in these acidic conditions. They break down food particles and proteins, producing volatile sulfur compounds, the molecules responsible for unpleasant odors. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a mild alkaline substance. When mixed with water and used as a mouth rinse or drink, it helps raise the pH level in the mouth. This creates a less acidic environment, making it harder for odor-causing bacteria to grow. And this isn't just a home remedy. A 2008 study published in the Journal of Clinical Dentistry showed that people who used a baking soda solution to rinse their mouths experienced significant improvements in oral pH and reduced bad breath. This small shift can make a big difference. When the mouth's pH is balanced, harmful bacteria struggle to survive, soft tissues are better protected, and you feel more confident throughout the day. For those who speak frequently, work in communication-heavy jobs, or just want to feel comfortable being close to others, this is a simple but powerful trick. 6. Helps reduce gout symptoms by lowering uric acid levels. Gout is a form of chronic arthritis caused by a buildup of uric acid in the blood. When the body can't excrete enough uric acid through urine, it can crystallize in the joints, often in the big toe. This leads to intense pain, swelling, and inflammation, sometimes so severe that walking becomes impossible. One of the key factors that influences uric acid solubility is pH. In an acidic environment, uric acid crystals form more easily. But in a slightly alkaline body, uric acid dissolves better and is easier to eliminate through urine. Baking soda can naturally support this process by raising the pH of both blood and urine. As the pH shifts toward alkaline, the body is better equipped to break down and flush out uric acid. A 2024 study published in the British Journal of Hospital Medicine found that gout patients who used baking soda alongside their prescribed medication experienced faster reductions in uric acid levels and fewer pain flare-ups compared to those using medication alone. However, baking soda is not a cure for gout. It's a supportive measure and should only be used under medical supervision, especially for those with long-term treatment plans or existing kidney or heart conditions. For those who've experienced gout, any option that can ease the pain is worth exploring. And if a simple at-home remedy can help your body manage uric acid more effectively, why not give it a try? 7. Supports the body's overall pH balance. The human body functions best when there's a delicate balance between acid and alkaline levels. The ideal blood pH is between 7.35 and 7.45, slightly alkaline. Even small shifts from this range can disrupt enzyme activity, impair cell function, and lead to various health issues. But modern diets high in red meat, sugar, and processed foods often push the body toward acidity. Stress, pollution, and lack of movement also play a role in lowering your body's pH. That's where baking soda offers a simple solution. Its mild alkalinity helps neutralize excess acid and supports the body's natural buffering systems to maintain internal balance. A 2024 study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that individuals who drank bicarbonate-rich mineral water daily had higher urine pH levels and significantly reduced acid output. When your body's pH is in the optimal range, your cells perform better. Energy is used more efficiently. Your immune system, digestion, and circulation all work more smoothly. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate every acidic food. It simply means helping your body restore balance with a healthy lifestyle, plenty of vegetables, and gentle support like a properly made glass of baking soda water. It's easy, it's accessible, and it can make a real difference. Because lasting health doesn't always come from complexity. It often comes from balance. 8. Relieves muscle soreness after exercise. Have you ever felt deep, lingering muscle soreness a day or two after working out? Not right after the session, but the next morning, when getting out of bed feels like a challenge, and every step makes your legs feel stiff and tight? That's delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS. It's most common after intense workouts or unfamiliar movements. The cause isn't just micro tears in muscle fibers. It's also linked to the buildup of lactic acid, a byproduct your body produces during intense exercise, especially when oxygen is limited. As lactic acid accumulates, the pH in your muscle tissues drops. The environment becomes more acidic. This triggers pain receptors and slows down recovery. So how can baking soda help? As a natural alkaline buffer, It helps neutralize excess acid in the muscles. By raising the pH inside muscle tissue, it eases the burning sensation, reduces inflammation triggers, and speeds up the recovery process. A study in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that people who took sodium bicarbonate after workouts recovered faster. Not only did they report less soreness, but they also regained energy more quickly to resume training. This benefit is especially valuable for regular exercisers, from athletes to anyone committed to improving their health. And it's simple to use. After your workout, drink a glass of water mixed with baking soda to help your body recover from the inside. Of course, it's important to listen to your body. Avoid overuse. And if your pain lingers, seek professional advice. Sometimes, just one small change can help you stay on track with your fitness goals. And baking soda, simple, gentle, and effective, might be just the support you need. 9. Acts as an antacid to soothe indigestion. That heavy, bloated feeling after a meal. The queasiness. The sour burps that creep up unexpectedly. These are things no one wants to deal with, especially when they happen often and without warning. Many describe it as having a weight in their stomach, making them sluggish and uninterested in doing anything after eating. Indigestion isn't just uncomfortable. It affects your energy, your mood, and your overall quality of life. In most cases, the root of the issue is too much stomach acid. When acid levels go beyond what's needed for digestion, they don't just cause discomfort. They can also irritate the stomach lining, leading to inflammation or a dull ache. That's where baking soda can help. Thanks to its mild alkalinity, baking soda works as a natural neutralizer. When mixed with water and consumed, it reacts with hydrochloric acid in your stomach. This reaction creates salt, water, and carbon dioxide, effectively reducing acidity and bringing near instant relief. This is the same basic action found in many over-the-counter antacids. But here's the difference. Baking soda is already in most kitchens, and it's much more cost-effective. A study in the American Journal of Gastroenterology confirmed the fast-acting effect of sodium bicarbonate in relieving mild indigestion. Participants reported less bloating, less nausea, and a lighter feeling in the stomach. However, it's important not to treat baking soda as a long-term solution. It's best used for occasional issues like after a heavy, greasy, or fast-paced meal. If you find yourself relying on it regularly, it could be a sign of an underlying condition. And that's when a healthcare provider should be consulted. In short, a simple glass of baking soda water can be a gentle and effective way to soothe indigestion, helping you get back to your routine without being held back by stomach discomfort. 10. Potential support in cancer treatment. Cancer remains one of the greatest challenges in modern medicine. And while treatments continue to evolve, there's growing interest in natural options that are safe, reasonable, and backed by research. One area that scientists are exploring is the role of pH levels around cancer cells. Studies have found that tumor environments are typically acidic. This acidity not only helps cancer cells grow, but it also makes treatments like chemotherapy and radiation less effective. So here's the question. If we could reduce acidity around the tumor, could it improve treatment outcomes? A 2009 study in Cancer Research tested this idea in mice with metastatic breast cancer. The researchers injected sodium bicarbonate and observed something promising. As the acidity around the tumor dropped, cancer cells spread more slowly. Even more, they became more sensitive to chemotherapy. That said, this is early-stage research and it's only been tested in animals. So far, there's not enough evidence to recommend baking soda as part of standard cancer treatment for humans. But it's a direction worth noting, and it should be approached with caution. Even something as simple as baking soda water should only be used under medical supervision if you're dealing with cancer. Still, its ability to influence the tumor environment's pH suggests real potential. When used correctly, Baking soda may help enhance the effects of existing treatments, not as a replacement, but possibly as a complementary tool in the future. 11. Soothes mouth and throat irritations. Your mouth and throat are among the most sensitive areas of your body. Even a tiny scratch, ulcer, or bit of dryness can cause major discomfort. This is especially true when you're dealing with a cold, mild throat infection, or small sores in your mouth. While these issues aren't usually serious, they can interfere with eating, speaking, and your general comfort. Baking soda's natural alkalinity has long made it a go-to remedy for mild mouth and throat irritation. When dissolved in water and used as a rinse, it doesn't just neutralize acid. It also creates an environment that's less welcoming for bacteria to grow. Many harmful bacteria thrive in acidic conditions. When pH levels rise, their growth slows significantly. On top of that, baking soda has mild antibacterial properties. It helps clean the mouth, reduce odor-causing bacteria, and calm inflammation. It also helps remove food particles and biofilm, two common triggers of gum irritation, mouth ulcers, and tooth decay. A study in the Journal of the American Dental Association found that baking soda rinses helped reduce oral ulcers and significantly lowered bacteria levels in the mouth. People who used it regularly reported less burning and faster healing of minor mouth injuries. For the throat, baking soda's soothing effect is especially noticeable if you're dealing with irritation from prolonged coughing or speaking. Just dissolve half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of warm water. Gargle for 30 seconds to 1 minute, 2 to 3 times a day. Its gentle action offers a cooling sensation, calming the discomfort like a splash of fresh water. Best of all, it's safe, non-stinging, and suitable for both older adults and those with sensitive mouths. If you're looking for a gentle, everyday way to support oral and throat health, baking soda can be a reliable companion. 12. Helps with minor skin irritations. Your skin is your body's first line of defense, but it's also the most exposed to weather, chemicals, and your own internal health. You've probably experienced it: an itchy rash after sun exposure, a bug bite that drives you crazy, or dry, flaky patches that show up with the change of seasons. Sometimes it's eczema, mild psoriasis, or unexplained redness. In these cases, baking soda isn't a cure, but it can be a highly effective helper. It's affordable, easy to find, and offers natural relief for irritated skin. Because it's mildly alkaline, baking soda helps balance the skin's pH, an important factor in keeping skin healthy and resistant to infection. It also has light anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce redness, swelling, and itching. One popular method is a baking soda bath. Add 1 to 2 cups of baking soda to warm bath water. Soak for 15 to 20 minutes. There's no need for soaps or additives. Baking soda alone can soften the skin, calm irritation, and ease that itchy, prickly sensation. You can also make a simple paste by mixing baking soda with clean water. Apply gently to areas with bug bites, red spots, or rough skin. Leave it on for a few minutes, then rinse with cool water. You'll likely notice a quick reduction in itching or discomfort. A summary in the Journal of Dermatologic Therapy noted that baking soda baths can significantly improve itching, especially for those with mild eczema or dry, sensitive skin. But remember, baking soda is best for surface-level irritation. It shouldn't be used on open wounds, deep sores, or serious skin conditions without medical approval. All in all, baking soda is more than just a kitchen staple. It's a gentle first aid ally for your skin. Safe for children, seniors, and anyone looking for a natural approach to skin care. When your skin feels good, your whole body follows. And sometimes, just a pinch of baking soda is all it takes to make a difference. How to properly prepare baking soda water. Using baking soda to support your health isn't just about having a good idea or hearing a helpful tip. Its real benefits depend entirely on how you mix it and how you use it each day. We all know that even the best things in life need to be used in the right amount, at the right time. With baking soda, that principle is even more important, because just a small mistake in the ratio or timing can backfire. Instead of feeling refreshed and light, you might end up with bloating, indigestion, or even shifts in blood pressure or electrolyte levels. So, what's the correct way to prepare baking soda water? The answer lies in simplicity. You don't need a complex recipe or fancy ingredients. Just two essentials: clean water and pure baking soda. Start by preparing a glass of water around 200 milliliters, which equals a standard cup. The water should be at room temperature or slightly warm. Avoid using boiling water, because high heat can alter the chemical properties of baking soda and reduce its effectiveness. Cold water isn't ideal either, as it can slow absorption, especially when taken in the morning. Next, add half a teaspoon of baking soda, about 2 to 3 grams, to the water. Not more. And don't just eyeball the amount. Use a measuring spoon to ensure accuracy, because even a small excess can cause bloating, belching, or nausea. Stir the mixture thoroughly until the baking soda is fully dissolved. The solution should be clear with no white residue at the bottom of the glass. This ensures easier absorption and avoids that chalky texture in your mouth. Now, when is the best time to drink it? There are two ideal windows recommended by health experts. The first is early in the morning on an empty stomach. This is when your body starts a new biological cycle, and your digestive system is ready to receive gentle support. A glass of baking soda water at this time can help neutralize acid buildup from overnight, support mild detox, and ease your digestive system into the day. The second option is 1 to 2 hours after a meal. By then, digestion is underway, and if you're feeling bloated, gassy, or mildly uncomfortable, a glass of baking soda water can help neutralize excess stomach acid and bring relief. One crucial note: never drink baking soda water right after a heavy meal. Doing so can trigger excess gas production in the stomach, leading to bloating, pressure, or even nausea. Also, do not exceed 1 glass per day, unless specifically instructed by a healthcare provider. Sodium bicarbonate, though natural, is still a compound that can impact blood pressure, kidney function, and electrolyte balance when overused. Think of baking soda as a short-term helper or an occasional remedy when needed. If you have specific medical conditions such as high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart problems, or if you're on long-term medication, consult your doctor before using it regularly. Baking soda may interact with certain medications, especially antacids, diuretics, and tetracycline antibiotics. Another tip: avoid pre-mixing multiple servings for later use. Over time, the alkaline properties can weaken and carbon dioxide can build up in a sealed container, affecting the taste, feel, and effectiveness. Instead, mix it fresh right before drinking. Fresh, simple, precise. That's the foundation for making baking soda a truly beneficial part of your wellness routine. Taking care of your health doesn't have to begin with huge changes. Sometimes, it starts with something as small as learning to prepare a simple glass of water the right way. And when you do it correctly, you're not just drinking baking soda. You're building a habit, a mindful choice that gives your body what it needs to feel better from the inside out. Precautions and who should be careful when using baking soda. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a common, mild, and easy-to-use ingredient. But that doesn't mean it's completely safe for everyone in every situation. Like any health-supporting substance, baking soda should be used properly, in the right amount, and by the right people. Because while it offers some real benefits, it also carries potential risks when used incorrectly. Understanding the precautions is a key step in making sure you use baking soda safely and effectively. First, who should be cautious or limit their use of baking soda. There are specific groups of people who should think carefully before drinking baking soda. People with high blood pressure. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, which means it contains sodium. When taken in large or frequent doses, it can increase sodium levels in the body, which may lead to water retention and higher blood pressure. For those on blood pressure medications, this rise in sodium can interfere with the effectiveness of treatment. People with chronic kidney disease. When kidney function is impaired, the body's ability to eliminate sodium is reduced. Adding more sodium through baking soda can increase the risk of electrolyte imbalances, fluid retention, and in more serious cases, lead to swelling or further kidney damage. People with heart conditions. Water retention and elevated blood pressure can place added stress on the heart. Those with a history of heart failure, irregular heartbeat, or coronary artery disease may experience unwanted effects if baking soda is not used properly. People on low-sodium diets. Anyone following a low-sodium diet for blood pressure, heart health, or metabolic reasons should use caution. Even small amounts of added sodium can disrupt nutritional balance or slow down progress in health improvement. Pregnant or breastfeeding women. While there's not a lot of conclusive research showing major harm, these are sensitive stages of life. Hormonal changes, metabolism shifts, and altered kidney function during pregnancy can make the body more reactive to sodium. Young children and frail older adults. These groups often have less stable regulatory systems. They should be guided carefully and should not use baking soda as a replacement for medical treatment without supervision. Second, be mindful of drug interactions. Something many people overlook is that baking soda can interact with certain medications. This happens because its alkalinity can affect the pH levels in the stomach or bloodstream, which may change how some drugs are absorbed or processed. Antacids. When combined with other antacids, baking soda can overly increase alkalinity, potentially causing digestive issues or reducing the effectiveness of medications. Tetracycline antibiotics. This class of antibiotics is sensitive to pH changes. Baking soda may lower the absorption of these drugs, reducing how well they work. Diuretics and blood pressure medications. These drugs often help regulate electrolyte levels. Using them alongside baking soda without medical oversight can cause imbalances in potassium or sodium, which may lead to fatigue, muscle cramps, or abnormal heart rhythms. Osteoporosis medications. Some of these drugs need an acidic stomach environment to be absorbed properly. Baking soda can alter acidity and interfere with how the medication works. So, if you're currently taking any prescription medications, take a few minutes to ask your doctor or pharmacist before adding baking soda to your health routine. Third, safe dosage and frequency. Even for healthy individuals, there are clear limits on how much baking soda is safe to use. Don't take more than 1.5 teaspoons at a time. That's roughly 6 grams of baking soda mixed into 1 glass of water. Do not use it more than 2 to 3 times per week unless your healthcare provider specifically tells you to. Using baking soda daily for long periods can disrupt your body's natural pH balance, which may affect digestion, blood pressure, and even heart rhythm. Also, if you notice symptoms like ongoing bloating, excessive gas, unusually rapid heartbeat, nausea, or dizziness after using baking soda, stop immediately and consult a medical professional. Using baking soda the right way is a smart habit, but using it without knowledge can become a double-edged sword. Lasting health comes from balance, not just in food choices, but in how we approach anything we put into our bodies. When you understand your body and what you're taking in, you give yourself a greater chance to live healthier, more confidently, and more safely every day. Conclusion: start small and stay consistent every day. When we think about health, we often picture big, complicated, or expensive solutions. But in reality, many meaningful changes begin with something very small. A glass of warm water in the morning, a meal that isn't too salty, a night of restful sleep, or simply a little baking soda used correctly at the right moment. Through this journey, we've explored 12 potential health benefits of baking soda water together. From supporting digestion, kidney function, and joint comfort, to balancing body pH, easing muscle pain, and even caring for your skin and breath. All of this points to one simple truth. Nature has its own ways of helping the body heal and thrive, if we know how to listen and apply it wisely. Still, just like everything else in life, the benefits don't come from impatience or overuse. They come from understanding, moderation, and most importantly, from consistency in small steps. A glass of baking soda water each week may not transform your life overnight, but it can become part of a larger chain of intentional actions. Just like choosing a healthier breakfast, going to bed a little earlier, drinking enough water throughout the day, and slowly those small choices begin to add up, leading to stronger, more stable, and longer-lasting health. When it comes to nutrition, if there's one takeaway I'd like you to hold on to, it's this: prioritize whole, natural, minimally processed foods. Try to include at least one serving of leafy greens in every meal. Choose fresh fruits instead of packaged sweets. Go for whole grains over white bread. And don't forget to get your protein from clean sources like fish, beans, seeds, and eggs. Nutrition is a journey, not a final destination. You don't need to follow strict or punishing diets. You just need to do a little better today than you did yesterday. And if there's one message I want to highlight, it's this: you don't have to do this alone. Health isn't just a personal story, it's a shared one. By sharing your experiences, what you've tried, what worked, what didn't, you might be helping someone else, somewhere in the world, feel less alone. So if you've ever used baking soda water or are thinking about trying it, feel free to share your story in the comments below. You might just inspire someone to begin their own wellness journey in a way that's simple, practical, and meaningful. And finally, if you found this information helpful, share this video with someone you care about, a friend or a loved one, because sometimes health begins with a conversation, and sometimes a small glass of water can open the door to big change. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We've got many more meaningful paths ahead. Take care of yourself, and always remember, small, steady changes can make a difference you never imagined.